doesn't have 2 bars of defense, so can't physically teleport out even if he wanted to. Ninja Killer, he's slowly moving in. Sledgehammer.
But I feel like in this matchup, it's a game of damage. Dragon has the range advantage, but no, that flying kick was 1000% a reaction. And now Ninja Killer.
Oh no, oh
down.
no.
Oh, the confirm. Clean damage. And a knockdown. Escape failed. This is terrible news.
So Ninja Killer's doing Liu Kang combos that have existed before he was born.
Insane. Imagine that. These whippersnappers that are just so godlike. But this is scary now for Dragon. Doesn't want to get grabbed. Doesn't want to get hit. Oh no! Oh, barely alive. This is the last lifeline for Dragon. Has to pull out a miracle now. There's no time left.
Oh, I mean, he's got a fatal blow. I don't want to say it's impossible. Big teleport. Dragon finds the perfect moment. Spends the fatal blow, absolutely worth it, and steals the round right from underneath Ninja Killer.
That was a needle in a haystack teleport. The perfect time. Frames later, that would have been blocked. Perfectly played from Dragon. Fatal blow is going to be gone, though, and that is quite the thing to lose going into a final round.
Let's use the fatal blow than the set,
again,
though.
Twice! Here we go! Grabs. Tries to tech, but remember, grabs. Not so easy to deal with if you're trying to press a button to tech. And there's the push back. Dragon riding momentum, tries to confirm.
That's exactly what we're seeing right now. This is momentum from Dragon. He's had some big brain reads, and it has led into this just absolute sequence.
You have to watch out with the natural barrier, putting yourself minus. That's a confirm, but again, no counter hit, so there's no launch. Have to amp. Oh, the patience! Ninja Killer's ready for the teleport. Oh my, a grab again. Good situation for Ninja Killer here. He's got so much bar, he has everything ready to go. And we're going to get even more worried now. Fatal blows in play. One single confirm. That's why he's sticking it out. Oh, the launch!
Yo, the high, the knowledge. Dragon still willing to do that?
Full screen game. The wake-up roll just to get through. This is the last chance Ninja Killer really has. If he gets one clean confirm, this will be a 3-0. He tries! He tries, but remember, Fatal Blow armor does not work the same way it used to.
I do feel like that would have worked pre-patch as well. That was just so good from Dragon to know that he didn't have to worry about just the reactionary Fatal Blow there.
Before the patch, armor existed on frame 5, and now, I mean, it's small. It takes longer for the armor to become active.
It doesn't sound like much, but in those exact situations, it makes a big difference.
Count the frames, baby. It matters a great deal at this level of play. But so far, Ninja Killer off to a pretty good start for damage. Dragon, oh no, not again!
Perfect timing. Perfect timing because Dragon just used bar to teleport in place. He went for another one of those kind of like fake outs. And this is the adaptation, right? This is when two players of extremely high level begin to adapt to each other. Dragon made 2 massive plays off of just teleports at the perfect time.
Oh, wow! You want to down 2 me? I'll do the same thing back.
Dragon going in for big damage here. But we saw before, Dragon got 2 massive plays off the back of just 2 neutral teleports at perfect timing. Dragon in this game started things off by teleporting in place. You know he's trying to bait Ninja Killer into expecting, like the exact same kind of thing right there, right? He's trying to bait Ninja Killer into pressing buttons. Because you can punish the teleport if you appear behind him. If you stay in place, you just make him whiff buttons. But Ninja Killer's not biting.
Button for button here. Have to be so careful. Both players. The grab. Oh no!
Just enough. And Ninja Killer finds himself on another match point.
He's having a fight for it. By no means is this easy, but Dragon back to the wall, waits for the jump in, just sniffs out the over-aggression. But no, the teleport.
Yeah, that was a counter hit. It wasn't even a punish.
Pressing buttons here.
Dragon was getting a bit greedy, trying to press after the teleport. But I mean, Ninja Killer hasn't been pressing every time, so I definitely understand why you think it worked.
Now, the natural barrier doesn't have as much of it.
Right there,
yeah,
right there.
But Ninja Killer doesn't overcommit to the full string. Like, he has these quick reactions. If it's not as punishable, no, bicycle kick. That's bad news. Dragon has no choice but to make another pretty difficult comeback in this situation. It's always possible, but it's going to be tough.
Dragon really trying to make the most of these long-range buttons. It's one thing Cetrion does have over Liu Kang, and just the absolute stand-up neutral. Just standing one goes a lot further than his.
Oh, wow.
That was dangerous.
Absolutely. That could have been an interruption and a half. Right, take some plus frames. Here comes the low, the punish. Very punishable.
Dragon. What a punish.
Knowledge. Remember, you can duck the amplify on the low shot. Looking into these boulders right here.
Most likely trying to force block them. Get rid of that chip, take away some of that advantage. But
Wait a second, Dragon. Dragon is fighting back, Mustard, and then some. One more round,
finds
we're going to tie
himself
this
on
thing
match
up.
point time after time, and Dragon just refuses to die. He wants that winners finals. You can taste it. One round away from tying things up. That's it. That's all it takes.
There's one hell of an opponent in his way now in Ninja Killer, though, who is going for those short ups. He's really looking for, like, the Hell's Wrath and those arcing projectiles to just whiff nicely. But the interruption, unbreakable. Yes, indeed. Decent chunk of damage into position there for Dragon. Jumps into a fireball, but that's all right with the health he's got so far. And Ninja Killer, he doesn't overextend. At this level of play players, they rarely stick out full strings if they know wake-up rolls are thing. It's just not worth it. Stick out the individual button and confirm it if it comes out. If not, stay safe. And now Dragon again. Damage here and there, but he will consistently be out-damaged by Liu Kang outside of crushing blows. Goes for the play once more. Has to hold his turn. Scary situation, back to the wall, and no bar for a bar
Look at
teleport.
the patience from Dragon. He is not pressing anything.
Individual buttons, floor spot, Ninja Killer, the grab, good stuff. And sending far away, which will be on. Dragon using it as a chance to find out the corner. Fatal blow, it's locked and loaded. Oh no, watch out! This is scary now, Ninja Killer. One clean opening, and this is game over. And
That's not going to kill, but it's going to be chip territory. That last breath might save him. One more opportunity, and there's the bar spent double. Dragon brings it back 2-2.
This is ridiculous. Come on now, Dragon. One more game, and you know there's going to be a lot of
I am
energy.
so happy that he brought it back. Because this is a match that most of us are expecting to see at like every tournament, and it's usually here, right? Winners side top 8, Dragon Ninja Killer, like, yeah, of course it's here. But no one wanted to see this be a 3-0. But not only is it not a 3-0, we might have a reverse 3-0.
Only at the World Finals, Final Combat 2020. Come on. First hit and first blood's going to go to Dragon. Ninja Killer. They've kept character and variation all series long, and that, I think, it really shows the confidence. This is less about the matchup and more just about player versus player right here. He's going to get a knockdown. What's the pressure? Getting hit individually. That's an easy confirm, though. A bit more momentum heavy than we've seen in previous games. Ninja Killer, much better for him now. Dragon looking for a whip punish. Oh, no!
That was a huge surprise. Another bar spent. That's now 2. Ninja Killer. Oh, the flawless block! You hate to see it, but no damage to kill, and Dragon finds the moment.
There's surely no chance he makes this comeback.
Maybe.
There's no chance.
Don't say never. He's got a fatal blow. I wouldn't write it off.
And with the button, Cetrion. Oh! The mobility. This is Cetrion. She's so seen as a zoner, but she has so much more than that. Her footsies are impeccable.
She is a hybrid through and through. When played optimally like this, absolute hybrid.
But Ninja
Some
Killer
long-range buttons, good keep away. He
finds
can't win
himself.
with only one or the other.
He finds himself on match point for another time, but so consistently, Dragon has been bringing the set back, kicking and screaming. Now, they just consistently trade, wait for each other's turn.
The Ninja Killer, he can't lose. Liu Kang's on the Shaolin Monks machine. Look, he's got that support. See the crushing blow.
Oh, I think he heard you. Full combo now. Ninja Killer doesn't quite get the bicycle kick. This might be a costly drop, you know.
Maybe. You hate to see it, but it might just happen.
No damage again. Consistently.
Oh.
Disrespect! The disrespect! Gives a counter hit. And Dragon, he just wants out. Good damage there from Ninja Killer, back to back. Oh no, this could be disaster.
But that fatal blow, you can never count out a full screen Cetrion with that fatal blow. Least of all Dragon. He's fishing for it. Oh, that could be a whip punish. Oh, speaking of which, Ninja Killer fights the fatal blow. And Dragon goes down to the loser's bracket. It is going to be Ninja Killer versus Sonic Fox in our winners finals at this final combat.
Can you really say you expected anything else? Like, that was a insanely competitive match. Dragon really gave it his all, but it's just ultimately the second Liu Kang, there's just this damage factor that is rarely matched in this game. Ninja Killer knows how to really fish for it. The second the fatal blow becomes a possibility, all of his main buttons just become death on hit. And Ninja Killer
it's
had
hard,
that one
man.
moment.
Yeah, it's so difficult. It really is, especially in the hands of someone like Ninja Killer that you know has like so, like you said, right, natural skill, natural talent, which is also something that Dragon has. But the character choice that Ninja Killer has right in this is Liu Kang. Liu Kang is, you know, a very strong character. There are many good Liu Kang players, but Ninja Killer's like personal blend, like absolute thorough knowledge of the game, knowledge of Liu Kang's character, and ability to put those big brain, big risky plays, hard to do things into actual like practice. And we saw stuff like that. You get a play like that, crushing blows to load, fatal blows to hold on to, and you give him fly kick reads and crazy like air fireball possibilities, and you are going to just see magic happen. And that's exactly what we saw there. Dragon, credit where it is due, was so close to bringing it back and taking that in that game 5. You know, that was 2-0. That was a good 2 games for Ninja Killer, and Dragon said, no, it's not going to happen.
I mean, there's a significant difference in damage, and that does matter. In this final moment, just clipped. And you'll notice Ninja Killer, he wasn't sticking out the entire string. It was just 1-2 standalone. Because
Dragon was a hair's length.
Yeah,
I was
sure.
convinced that Dragon was going to get the whiff punish in that moment. As soon as Ninja Killer went for that like standing, 2 punches, and that's perfect range. And Dragons are doing that all year. Seeing that, go right, that's it, round over. Whack, pick it firm, fatal blow gone, next round. But we didn't see it this time. Ninja Killer was able to take that. But that is winners finals guaranteed. Ninja Killer and Sonic Fox. Could it be any more perfect for people that have been following this game all year? Now, losers bracket action.
Oh no!
Next. Do we have
this is elimination period, but remember it's top 8. Everyone in this top 8 can feel proud of how far they've come. This was not an easy to watch.
Why I don't want to see anyone go.
It's got to be done. It's got to be done. So our next matchup is going to be Deoxys versus Tweedy. Ultimately, the question mark is going to be the character that Tweedy plays, because we know Deoxys has a really good chance of just jamming. Upgraded. I know Upgraded is quite the talk of the town at the moment, and she is a very popular character for good reason. She's arguably the best. Her and Johnny Cage share that top spot.
So while we get into this match, let's quickly talk about that for a second. There is absolutely no denying Upgraded is probably the best character in the game. There is a clear, case to be made that she is at the very least top tier, right? This is a very strong variation of a very strong
top 2
character.
minimum, I think.
Very, very powerful, very popular, very common in tournaments. But when you see Upgraded at this level of play, it is really hard to play her at the level that you see people like Deoxys playing her, because she isn't very pick up and play. Like, yes, she has the super jumps, yes, she has like really good mix-ups, but at the end of the day, like, you need to have the execution to do it. You need to be able to make it work. And that's not to downplay the character at all. Like, only there's like, at this point there is like no denying that the character is strong, but I don't feel like we're at a point that the character is like carrying it. Because look at who's playing her. Rewind, Deoxys, Nivek, like, that's just a couple of them. Are we really going to see those players and say, oh, carry? Like,
not at this level of play. At this level of play, if the character's good and you're a professional player, it is your responsibility to use the tools to win. I'm going to say I'm really jealous of players that have those small combat headset covers.
Like the MK one. Like,
yeah. Look at that, and the logo ones.
Yeah, that's sick.
I want to give a shout out to Astro for supporting this event and providing some audio equipment. I believe the players are using the A40 headset and a mixer amp, so
I believe these ones at Combat Breaker, and I was lucky enough to get a couple of stream games at Combat Breaker.
Alright, don't flex too hard, mate. Yeah, you only made it to finals day, fine, whatever, get over it.
How many do you have?
I don't talk about it, it's fine. We don't need to talk about it. But Tweedy, we have to look at the potential matchup that's coming up. It could be Gyros versus Jackie. However, Gyros, not the character he used to be, although still undeniably very strong.
I heard Infinite Warden was bad.
You hear lots of things. In this matchup, though, Jackie has always been one of the characters that has some hitbox-related answers to Gyros' pressure.
She has
and
always
that's even
been a good pick.
That's even harder. Now things like the forward 2 string has been adjusted, and now characters universally have some more flawless answers. And it's not as oppressive as it once was.
So let's quickly talk specifics, right? So Infinite Warden used to be all over the place. Now most Gyros players have either changed characters or they've gone to other variations. But there are a couple of people like the Combats, the Tweedies, that have really stuck with Infinite Warden. The changes made were, across the board, some combos aren't possible now due to a couple of changes on like speed of the mid. But it's that main mid, right? That forward 2-1, that advancing punch. It was 3 hits. There was no gap. It was barely minus block, which, in layman's terms, means it was really good and it was safe as all hell.
You had to hold it.
Yes, you just had to deal with it, and that was it. There is now a gap between the second and third hit. The speed of it generally has changed, which means that some of the optimized combos are no longer possible. It's not as good as like just used in the offense, but it by no means is bad, right? You just have to completely change up how you use it. It's not as free as it once was.
So it looks like they have gone with the matchup. It does make sense. Tweedy has been grinding almost exclusively Gyros for quite a while. One of the premier Gyros players out, riding it now. It's going to be Tweedy versus Deoxys. Let's get this one stuck in. Looks like we're in. Oh, I'm going to... Yeah, there we go. We're back. Good to go. Looks like actually Deoxys gets the first significant hit. But it's the patience. What Tweedy's been doing all day is just this fearless use of down one and throw.
That actually, I think, would have crushing blow if it was a little bit closer. That's one thing Tweedy has always been really good at, is just fishing for those counter-hit crushing blows, the ones that still exist for a while.
Empty jump down one, and you know why it works, because I empty jump and you're going to try and press, eat this down one into a stolen turn. However, Deoxys has had a fantastic game so far. The flawless block consistently. That flawless block did not exist before the current patch.
No,
it was one of the main changes.
That's actually both times we've seen that string, both times Deoxys has flawless blocked. And I want to make sure I point out, Deoxys was one of, if not the best, like infinite warden player back when, you know, kind of Evo season about 6 months ago. So you know, if anyone's going to know about how to abuse the changes of the character, it's got to be Deoxys.
That jump was almost a full jump in. The grab's going to be a good start, Tweedy, as long as the fatal blow is ready, but Deoxys kind of risky there. I didn't want to go for a dash punch punish, tried to just be a little bit more free, but either way, it's going to be around for him all the same, and this is the oppressive nature of Upgraded. You can anti-air, you can interrupt. It's just the price you pay for messing up the execution is a full combo, and sometimes it just ain't worth the damage.
Tweedy gets a big opening here. A late breakaway, most of the damage is already done.
Body splash pressure, but interrupts the stagger. Deoxys snips it out. Good conversion to knockdown as well. Doesn't quite get the final hit, so there is damage left on the table.
Oh, do you see that from Deoxys? The second Tweedy did a body splash at like the most annoying range. Deoxys went for that advancing mid just to get out of the way.
Oh, the conversion from Tweedy.
Look at the damage. This is going to hurt so good.
Crushing blows. Oh. Got it. Oh my god, 50%. Come on now. Oh no!
I mean, we're talking about damage. I think we're about to see our own. Yep.
And that's to keep things unbreakable. Keep the damage nice and high.
He's dead. He's like mad dead.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, even before it finishes, he's dead. You should rewind time or something. Nah, that never happened. I don't know what you're talking about.
It doesn't rewind, it's Deoxys.
Oh, shut up. However, game one is done and dusted.
I mean, what a perfect way for that to go. A 50% Gyros combo, and Deoxys is like, I know a 50% combo. Does it immediately.
I mean, let's not forget, both of these players really made a name for themselves in Injustice 2. And I mention that because Upgraded, the leap pressure, so similar to Blue Beetle, which was Deoxys' premier character pick at the time.
I mean, Upgraded is a bit better than Blue Beetle was, but the mobility is there, right? Clearly doesn't mind playing these high-octane, quick characters.
That looked like a buffer to me. Just in case it connects, and here's the grab. Every time you grab, you put your life on the line. But Tweedy is just so fearless with it. When you whiff a grab in this game, you are the most vulnerable you have ever been in any NRS title. But it doesn't stop Tweedy from just enforcing it and getting a full combo for his trouble. With 2 grabs, and I think
he doesn't care. Tweedy just doesn't care about you. That's the way he plays, right? He enforces that mid, he enforces that throw. It doesn't matter who he plays with, no fear. I've never seen him ever like crumble under the pressure of playing against a specific opponent. He just doesn't let it bother him.
Tweedy said it earlier today. He is in this tournament. Oh, that is an unfortunate breakaway.
And Tweedy had that like clutch last game situation against Ninja Killer. It's just didn't quite win it. But Tweedy has had quite the day. And Deoxys, that super close game against Tekken Master, these are 2 players that have fought tooth and nail to be here.
And now they will fight tooth and nail even more so. Tweedy mentioned earlier today he's looking to take out the big names, and he's every bit confident he can, but the conversion, Deoxys picks up the jump. Hesitant to anti-air. The low, I mean, no damage and very unsafe, but it just makes you fear. Jump-ins are overheads, right? So the low, I mean, it's the mix. It is the eternal mix, and the mix continues.
Speaking of mix, Deoxys is letting those low ground pounds go. One of the only things in Jackie's toolset that is just straight up unsafe, to the point that you rarely see it, which is probably why we're seeing it work so much.
If it's unsafe and you use it sparingly, it's still a really vital tool to go for. The body splash, throw escape finally comes out from Deoxys, who looks for it. They are going to trade, so it's going to give Deoxys a turn. And there's the tech knowledge. She's so small, she can make some strings whiff and get a counter hit punish, which is exactly what just happened there, and why Gyros players hate this matchup.
But that was counter hit too, because it's an active move. You're going to get those big boy damage combos.
Ooh, what's next? Goes in for that meaty jump. Doesn't want to overextend too much, Deoxys. And again, the gap, the flawless block, the side switch as well. This is a scary position if you're Tweedy. Wonderful throw tech. Oh.
Now this is Chip. Even at this point, Deoxys doesn't even need punishes. He just needs to keep him blocking. Keep blocking. You'll block yourself into an early grave on a dash punch to the Chrome Dome.
All right. right.
Geras. That's 2-0 now. Deoxys looking absolutely unstoppable. Not at all surprising to see him with this level of matchup knowledge, right? Deoxys, he was one of the best Infinite Warden players back before Upgraded came out. Of course he's going to know how to abuse this matchup.
Now, this might inspire a character change. I think Tweedy is looking for it. He's going through the roster. He plays a simple and effective Geras. And there's the Baraka.
Did you hear it?
It was Baraka.
Baraka.
His first ever
Okay.
pick. I just think of what happens, and he plays a very effectively but basic Geras game. The moment you have that knowledge to make the main strings that Tweedy uses with, it kind of shuts down that whole game plan. So I think he has felt forced to go for a character
Tweedy
change.
just has that primal Baraka, but it's Berserker.
What?
Okay.
Well,
Question mark.
we might see some tech right here. Berserker Baraka, very rarely used, but dangerous all the same. And there it is. More of that. The damage is pretty insane for this variation, and he should be able to get some combos. Yes. One of the Baraka variations that if he counter hits forward 4-4 can actually get,
Well,
especially on the end of it.
we don't see very much Berserker Baraka at all, but it is the variation that gets the Blade Lunge, it gets the Baraka Zerka, which is like the flurry, and it gets the leg kebab, which is the low stab. The leg kebab is safe, everything else is not, but there is a mind game between whether you can flawless block them or not. It's a very tricky variation by Baraka normal standards.
However, Deoxys knew that Tweedy was going to come in swinging, and that's exactly what he did.
Oh,
but no! The 1-1 whiffs! You hate to see it too far away.
He made the right read, it was just a hair's length too far away, and the chip damage. At the very least, Deoxys gets himself in the corner, so Tweedy at least has that, but it's a shame how that all happened off the whiff of the 1-1.
That was highly unfortunate, but nice pickup and a punch to the jaw. Here comes Baraka, one of the stronger down twos for the angle alone. Backing up now, has to be really careful. Opened up by the 2-hit, and the breakaway was forced. Having to break away upgrade the Jackie can be a horrible situation. It just opens up our offense so much. Shuts it down with the forward 2. And there's the leg kebab. It begins. Oh, nearly a chase down. Whoop. What is even going on here? Never-ending pressure, but Tweedy able to find some breathing space. But what do you do? At any moment, she could pull the trigger on the blast, and you just became whiff punishment.
I mean, one thing that is absolutely going to happen is Upgraded is going to have so much more traditional just standing damage. Like, Baraka hits hard, but a lot of it is crushing blow requirement universally. But,
Flawless block!
No!
The tech and the knowledge. This is something Deoxys is familiar with, and caught on the ground. A valiant effort from Tweedy by all accounts, but this time it's going to be Deoxys moving on. And although you could really see why the Baraka change came through, it was shutting down the Geras. A character change was necessary. Berserker Baraka is something that not everyone has loads of experience against, but that Baraka Zerka amp being flawless blocked at the last minute was, I think, all the information we needed. Deoxys was ready.
It was definitely worth it. I definitely feel like Geras loses to Jackie overall. Upgraded definitely doesn't help matters. So I understand the change completely. It's a shame to see Tweedy get eliminated, but what a year Tweedy has had, right? Tweedy has gone from just so much. I remember there was a point in the season where, so because Tweedy did very well earlier in the season, I believe Tweedy thought he could kind of sit pretty and go, oh, well, maybe I don't need to go to as many tournaments as I once thought. So he kind of sat back and didn't attend a couple of events. He was like, well, I don't really need to. I've qualified for finals, and that's it for me. You know, he doesn't really worry too much about seeding because he can play anyone, right? Tweedy doesn't care. He'll just play anyone and feel like he can win because that's the confidence you need. He does a lot of the time, hence why he's here in top 8. But as the season came to the end, I remember specifically him saying like, oh, my maths was off. I'm not guaranteed at all. Uh-oh, what do I do about this? So he started going to those last couple of events where he really stressed about it and ended up, managing to make it in the end. And here he is now, losers top 8, even though he's eliminated now.
Top 8 at the World Finals is still a phenomenal result, right? There's no getting around that. With our next matchup, losers bracket action once more. The lone UK defender who's been able to.
Should we be commentating this one?
I feel like.
So Foxy's coming up, right? And
yeah.
We say we try not to be biased, but you know we can't help it.
I give it a good go. Speak for yourself.
Should I swap out? Ackerman's right there. Should I just
Well, no.
I guess that's the question answered, isn't it? Foxy Grandpa has managed to get losers side top 8 today, playing mainly Shang Tsung, but he's actually been going characters, right?
Yes. So
Nightwolf, we've seen.
Foxy's character pool has been predominantly Shang Tsung, and then if the matchup calls for it, Kung Lao's a pocket. But he did use a little bit of Nightwolf today, which was mainly just to try and shut down like a runaway game and being nice and simple. His opponent, Rewind. Rewind is I think a player that a lot of people are really gunning for this weekend. He's been playing absolutely phenomenally. He's won pro comp events in the past. I believe it was Celtic Throwdown with the
Rewind is an Evo champion, Celtic Throwdown champion, like Evo champion for Injustice 2, you know, saying that he is a world champion material because he's done it before. But Rewind managed to get top 8 by eliminating Dizzy TT, another one of the UK hopefuls.
In a close
very
match.
close 5-game. It was a really clutch play from Rewind to bring that through. So Rewind is either going to be the slayer of the UK overall, or Foxy will be able to get that ultimate revenge. But these are two players that I really enjoy watching both of these. You know, Foxy due to the horrible bias that we show him every time, but also because I respect this player, right? Shang Tsung is really good for him. The way he plays Kung Lao also, he is like the epitome of strike throw. Like Foxy's got, he will normally have like Heidi's and random accounts. He'll always call himself throw spammer and whatnot because, you know, he sees the comments, he knows he knows.
But does he care?
No,
the
he
answer
doesn't.
is no.
You fueled him. Like you make him want to do it more.
That
It
is
achieves the exact opposite effect, and here he is.
But I mean, Foxy feeds off that energy. He plays for effectiveness, and a lot of players aren't really prepared to be as slow and disciplined as he does bring to the table. Shang Tsung is a perfect character for that. And I mean, this whole tournament has been a wonderful representation of parts of the world that many years ago didn't really get their chance to be represented. And now we have players
Dude,
from
it
South
warms
America,
my heart to
various
see.
parts of Europe. Like, come on.
It absolutely warms my heart beyond belief to see again, like at least like 3 Europeans in top 16. You know, Nivek, Dizzy, Foxy. Of course, there were some European hopefuls at LCQ.
I mean, this is a far cry from 2011, where Foxy was this kind of unknown online player that nobody thought was dangerous because, hey, it's online. How good can he really be?
Exactly.
Almost
So,
10
but
years
we
later,
saw
here
it,
we are.
right? Like we've been with the game for so long, as you know, so many of you guys that have been watching from home the whole time. You guys have all seen. You know, it has not always been an international show. There was a point that the NetherRealm team was very much kind of like America or bust. And even though America is still very much like the most dominant force in the game,
Oh, of course,
you've got Conqueror, you've got Canada, you've got.
I mean, honestly,
Europe,
shout-outs to
Middle
the South
East,
American.
Russia.
I want to say shout-outs to the South American Mortal Kombat scene. They have a underratedly large classic presence too. They consistently to this day have
Shouts to Arcade
ultimate MK3 tournaments that have numbers that can trump a lot of other tournaments in the world. It is remarkable stuff. But I do believe now the handshake has come through. We should be loading in real soon. But I mean, this is a matchup where it's going to be defense versus lightning fast offense, and we're going to see who's going to come off better here. Rewind versus Foxy Grandpa loses action of this top 8 for the World Finals, Final Combat 2020.
One will advance, one will be eliminated. The question is, who is going to be who?
Original Big Bad Boss.
The unproven next generation aspect.
Allow me to present my qualifications.
That was a dope intro.
No, he used way more syllables than she did. Well, just saying.
The older generation, my friend, but now this matchup is going to be upgraded. She is going to leap. She is going to want to have no part in this ground eruption zoning, but the escape failed. Already trying to go for the unpredictable grabs. Foxy goes for the forward grab because the reverse one into corner was way more predictable.
I mean, he literally builds his game around throws or strike, right? He is like the epitome of that playstyle. You know, really kind of forced it to be as prominent as it is now. The big thing, we're seeing a lot of movement knowledge from Foxy, right? We're seeing every time Rewind is going for like leaps or whatever, that right there, he's going for that big boot, that forward 4, because he's not trying to hit Rewind, he's just trying to move out of the way of the jump, and it's working. Like 3 for 3. That's really smart.
Matchup knowledge right here, but a wonderful tech from Rewind, getting clipped by the 1-1 though. And Foxy has to show so much discipline to not anti-air those jump-ins, because at any moment, she could blow you up for it, and it looks like now it's Rewind's turn, but no, the back 3 connects all the same. And a breakaway, brave breakaway, but with the Fatal Blow in play, all it would take really was a Fatal Blow to start the general momentum. Didn't quite land it, but round 1's going to be Foxy's anyway.
Round 2, fight.
Now Rewind, you know, he's the kind of player that's going to adapt. We're seeing Foxy has that very obvious answer. Oh, okay. Foxy has that obvious answer for the leap. I'll be very surprised if Rewind doesn't try and figure out some
situation. You just have to wait for your moment to strike. But upgraded She has 1,000,001 ways to do it. The flawless block again. Really good trade for Foxy, getting a little bit of his meter out. 2 breakaway with punish on the 1-1-4. Here comes that ground eruption, full screen. Back you go. But now Rewind. He's just looking for that magical leap. Foxy waits for it. Oh, threads the needle.
Magic range, gets out of the way with the crouch. Foxy breaks the jaw, see you later, teeth.
But it's not over. This is Jackie Briggs. We're talking about damage. Fatal blows in play. Oh no, clipped. Are we going to see a leap? Oh, it's that. Wow, Foxy, I know you want to leap. How about that? You know what I'm going to say? I don't want to jinx it, but Foxy normally having such a grab-heavy game, he's normally the one that falls victim to the constant down twos. But it feels like today he's been the one dishing them out instead.
I mean, that's actually one thing I've noticed. Foxy is known for playing very by the book, very kind of like by the rules, right? He's very strict, very calculated. But today he's still playing that way, but he's willing to make these big decisions, right? These big wake-up jumps, these big just hold down and get that crushing blow. And I feel like that might be an element to why he's doing so well today, but does not mean that this is done by any means. Rewind, more than capable of bringing this back. It's been 1 game and a first of 3. We have plenty left to go in this set.
Now, rare sight. You're going to see, I feel like we're going to see less grabs in this matchup purely because the chances of being absolute point blank, it's just less. Rewind doesn't want to put himself in a position to get grabbed here. He wants to be mobile. He wants to be airborne. Oh my. Flawless block on the dash punch. We'll take it. And now commits to the forward 2-4-2 because it just moves Shang Tsung so far away. Hard to whip. And now the pressure breakaway being used means you're kind of at the mercy of it. Oh. Rewind tries to be a little bit cute. The reverse grab again, more damage. And now Fatal Blow in play. Cannot count this character out, especially when Fatal Blow's ready to go. Dash punch at the start of it. Can't confirm. Every single hit here could be a confirm if he commits. Hang on a minute. Oh my god, corpse drop.
Oh, the trip guard. There we go, Fatal Blow. The trigger is pulled and Rewind. Actually, will that do enough? It's a couple hits first. This should kill, right? Yeah, he's definitely dead.
Yeah, an early confirm means it's completely unscaled, really. And I've got to commend the patience there from Rewind, where Foxy went in, assumingly that was because I've been defensive the whole game. You're not expecting me to go in. That's exactly how the last game ended, was that Rewind, I don't think, was ready for the jump 3 at all.
Oh, just clipped by the arse end of that. Ground eruption.
From this range, Foxy, 2 forward dashes. You think you've caught the defensive flow? He just dashes in and grabs you. It really throws off your momentum.
Wow,
nice.
that's a perfect range. Rewind. Recognizing. Punish there.
Down 1 to interrupt. Stealing a turn back. Shang Tsung getting a couple of % of health back, but commits to a projectile, and that's a jump in. Every time.
Drop combo from Rewind.
Every time